What's happening there, baby?
What is good? What is up?
Welcome to another episode of the Sleeping in Class podcast.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Anthony.
I'm Mike.
Your boy Rich Frazier.
And I'm Yusuf.
We got some stuff to talk about again today, y'all boys. We seen the movie. We seen the whole movie. The whole black movie. We was the only ones that seen it.
Before we get to that, let's talk about some other stuff.
Word.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's talk about this stuff. Let's talk about some
We seen the movie, and we're gonna spoil the hell out of that movie at the end.
We're gonna do that last.
But we're gonna do a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, maintenance and updates. Goddamn.
Let's talk about some stuff we did before we went to see the movie. We finished up Megalo Box. We finished up Darling in the Franxx. Those are some anime that we've been watching for a little while now. It's been a few months, actually.
When did this anime season start, technically?
January.
Oh, yeah, okay, so about half the year, technically. But not Megalo Box. They had to come out later because it's only 13 episodes. So.
Yeah.
Word.
January and March, I believe.
Okay.
Winter and spring. Yeah.
So, some sizable seasons of animes that we've watched from start to finish. Like, if you're not familiar with them, check out Crunchyroll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're right on the front page. They really
They're
push
not
them.
our sponsor, but they can be.
They definitely
Just saying,
can. We'll definitely,
I'm saying.
Just
Take
saying,
that
if you were to
sponsorship
pay us
with
for
you.
this, you get stuff like this every episode.
So,
I mean,
what were y'all thoughts on it?
Well, hold on. Let's okay. We gonna talk about Darling and Franxx first, or Megalo Box, because I definitely got thoughts on Megalo Box. Darling and Franxx, I didn't honestly keep up with as well. But
Okay, we'll talk about Darling and Franxx real quick. I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Like
It
the
was weird.
last, what was it, four episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, all four of them felt, to me, like they were the last episode in the season. Like,
yeah.
because they did the thing where they kept on showing the, stuff going on when the credits were rolling.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just like a whole bunch of okay, it feels like it's end game. Like, okay, yeah, the season's gonna end, and then I'm gonna give me another season. But no, it just ended the whole series. The whole series ended in those 4 episodes, and it was the most rushed. It felt so rushed.
Yeah.
wait. So is it like each of the last 3 episodes was a season of rushing through shit
Things
to
were
an ending?
concluding like it was an ending
Imagine
for
this.
each of the episodes.
You know how in Dragon Ball Z, say at either the beginning or the end of a season, they introduce a new villain?
Mm-hmm.
Darling in the Franxx, they did this within 2 episodes. Spoiler alert,
Whoa.
the Verm.
Whoa, what's it called? It was. What did it conclude before that episode came up? It was one episode. Then the special came out.
Yeah. The episode before that was the flashback episode with the doctor.
Ah, okay. And then the Verm came in on that episode that was right after the special.
Yeah.
And
We
up
kinda
until
did-
then, nobody knew nothing of the Verm.
Yeah.
Right, who are these people?
Like, what's going on? Because it was the Franxx and the people and the regular humans versus
The Klaxosaurs.
Yeah. And then there was the whole Klaxosaur princess, and so what's it called? That was the main
antagonist.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
the main antagonist.
And then out of nowhere, you get the Klaxosaurs are really trying to beat the Verm.
Yeah.
So then it becomes a whole, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But usually you don't get stuff like that within a few episodes. That is a season-to-season thing. Prime example, you think Dragon Ball Super. If you was thinking back to how early episodes of Dragon Ball Z was when Goku and Frieza was fighting, would you really think at any given point they'd be fighting for the same team? Not within 2 episodes of Frieza dying and Goku dying on Namek, right? But they did all of this within 4 episodes. You just made Goku and Frieza friends just like that after dying. No. That seemed really, really rushed to me.
Yeah, like, and then on top of that, like, they extremely rushed what was the reveal that the Klaxosaurs were a very, very early civilization that got wiped out by the Verm.
Yeah.
And then turned themselves into the Klaxosaurs that we know of today by pairing up and jumping into what we know now are the Klaxosaurs, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some of them also decided to turn into magma energy.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like the weak just turned into energy. Okay, we didn't know that either. Okay,
Right.
shit. Like, and then there was the whole the main character and the demon girl. Well, not
Zero
demon.
Two?
Yeah, 02. Jumping into the huge.
Strelezia Apus. Which is
Yeah.
not a good name, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Assumed her face.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
Yeah.
bad design choice. It just didn't
It was
look
freaky. It was really freaky. And on top of that, when the Klaxosaur princess hopped into into the regular Strelza, whatever,
Yeah.
and kissed him in the face, but it looked like mouth rape.
I think that was the implication, though.
Yeah, if we can show that,
It's like
that
it
right
did
there.
that did not look pleasurable.
But
That is just strange.
and
Ooh.
and then what's it called? There was a point where 02 and what is the dude's name?
Hero? Is it Hero?
Is it?
I think so. That had to come from somewhere. Sorry.
Main dude jump into the Franxx and goes off to a whole nother universe.
Yeah. Just do a warp gate. Like, bye, y'all.
Warp gate, and they just leave everybody else, and then there are just huge time skips.
Yeah. Like, because there was a whole, oh shit, Mitsuru got Kokoro pregnant. What's gonna happen with that? Oh, okay, she had the baby and everyone's happy. And they just jump through that
Right,
kid's
in the
life.
same episode or in by the next episode? Like, was the whole thing going through the kid's life like one episode?
They found out in the episode where the Verm attacked that she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And then,
And-
2 episodes later, that's when she decided. Well, that's when she has the baby.
Yeah.
And then they jump through the baby's life.
Yeah. After the baby's born, that's when they jump through
Okay.
the shit. And so it's just like, they just, I don't know, they time skipped when, I don't know, it just,
It
Too
would have
much.
been a lot better if they made a new season. I
Yeah.
guess, I don't know.
Did
Did people
get
like
cut?
it like
I
that?
don't know. Like, yeah, I was about to
it
say
was
that
being
sounded like
promoted. I know niggas is talking about it.
that seemed like something you do when like people are just like, nah, we ain't really messing with this. And
It
they
was
don't- they ain't got enough money.
extremely rushed through, and and it was finished really sloppily.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird when the big dumbass robot that we haven't visualized until this very point turns out to be like a woman in a dress kind of thing as it's floating off into this other dimension.
And she was holding the bomb like it was a bouquet,
Right.
like she was progressing down
As
the
if she
aisle.
was hiding
Yeah.
it. And it's like they didn't the Verm didn't even see them until she got really, really close, as if they were being quiet.
Mm-hmm.
As if like this thing coming up towards me holding a bomb is not a threat.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
But that was not the only rushed ending in anime this season, because Megalo Box as well hit us with the rushed, lackluster ending. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, my theory before the episode began was that this fight, the fight between Joe and
Yuri.
Yuri, was going to be 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's no way they can conclude all of this in one episode.
Unless it's like an extra long episode.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Or
it's
something.
It's like the whole crux of the series. The first episode was he's gonna fight Yuri in Megalo Box.
Yeah, like
so like
it's a short anime. Like I didn't know that until maybe like halfway through the season. I was like, okay, like I don't see them setting up for really anything past this fight. I don't see a bigger picture happening. Like this is it. Like this is the story.
Contest of Champions, about to be the best fight in the whole series.
Yeah. And
I don't think it was.
no,
And they didn't at all. No,
like first off, yeah, we didn't see the first 3 rounds of the fight. They just started with round 4. I'm like, what? Like they went. They didn't even like. Did they like touch gloves or anything? Like, or did it just?
It started.
It started like round 1, 2, 3. And then they're just like in the middle of it. And then like the animation is not even as good as it was in previous fights. It's like they're trying to like skip through it and then go into backstory stuff that we didn't need in this last fight, last episode of the season.
Do you think that their interpretation of how fights go, like championship fights, like it's boring for the first few rounds and then it's not until they get a bit ways through it that it gets good?
I mean, even if it is, don't end the anime like that. I don't care about real life. Like
they should have started it out like Yuri using his regular ass moves and showing that Joe has improved since
like
him getting his ass beaten like the first episode.
They
like,
had this man.
Yeah, I can keep up now. Something. I don't know.
They had this man take off his whole
gear.
All his gear for this fight, and then just rush through it like that. Like,
I think first of all, as he removed all that, it's not like you saw Yuri use his stuff a lot during the series anyway.
That's a good point.
Because I mean, you only see him in like replays of his past fights, and maybe one fight where he actually shows from start to finish how he beat somebody using his gear.
Yeah, when he beat the dude from Brazil, I think. Yeah,
right. And it's like even that's not like. Did he even have to fight anybody for the final 4 people?
Yeah,
we don't.
The dude from Brazil.
Yeah, that was the only fight we seen him do.
That's it.
Like, we just knew of his legend, but we never actually seen him fight like that.
And now when it's time to see, supposedly him at his best, he takes the gear off. The thing that makes him the super duper threat against somebody that's not using gear at all, he chooses to downgrade.
I don't know. I like that.
I would have liked it more if they showed him more with
The
his
whole fight.
Yeah.
Everything that they did, I feel
the whole fight,
appropriately built up properly. It's just then the fight didn't deliver at the end.
Yeah, they should have been snapping with that animation.
Because they had the capability to do, like, some of the animation was pretty good. Like, sometimes they was kind of just like they was just kind of doing some random stuff, but like sometimes it was good. So they had to, like, for the last episode, y'all not going, for the 2 people we've been waiting to see fight the whole show, y'all not gonna animate this with, alright, whatever. Yeah, it was disappointing to me.
And they didn't show the end of the fucking match.
Yeah, we didn't even know who won the fight until the last, after the credits. Like
after the goddamn credits.
After the end,
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't mind that.
No.
But I feel like it would have worked better if the fight was better. If it was like, oh shit, it was the best fight, and on a cliffhanger, and then reveal it.
I mean, if the fight was better, maybe, but like they would have had to have a purpose. Like there was no purpose in them not letting us know who won the fight.
Also true.
Like it was like a fade out, and then they showed old girl, the rich girl getting news that Yuri was in the hospital or something like that.
Yeah.
And was like, okay, I guess he's about to die.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, okay, he's just paralyzed from the waist down now. Okay, who won?
Yeah, honestly, like, and then they do the fast forward of Joe. How long after the fight was that? Like
a year.
A year? Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Well, I think
it's Joe. They're like, did you win? I don't know. I was recommending that to people. Like,
yeah. Well, since we have finished both of these, I guess you and me will rate what Darling in the Franxx was, and I guess we'll all rate
Yeah.
what Megalo Box was.
Yeah.
Out of what, 10?
Yeah, it's good out of 10.
Alright.
Let's see, we can have some specific.
Darling Franxx, give it They were on to some good stuff. I give it like a 7. Like, until it. I mean, well, yeah, that including the fuck up.
I'll give it I'd say a 6. Like, I don't know. You gotta stick the landing. That's like failing the final.
Yeah.
You gonna fuck up your grade.
I don't know. I would have gave it higher, and then the fuck up happened. But yeah, Megalo Box. What y'all think?
I give it a 6. Like, because the story was too simple to end like that. Like, it's like if it was like a deep, I don't know, like characters. I mean, like it was a simple story. Like, this dude is boxing his way from the bottom to the top. Boom. Like,
I think.
I don't know. And then they end it with not a half fight. No, yeah, a 6.
When I think of Megalo Box, I think of that kid in class who does okay all the way up through the class, right up until the final exam. And then instead of acing it, he just says screw it, and he gets like a 60 on it.
Yeah.
And as a whole, it drops his average to a C, which in this case would be a 7. But it's like he still passed the class.
Yeah.
But it's not with an A or a B.
Yeah.
Because of the ending. Had it not been for that, it would be like an 8 point something.
See, yeah, it's like it was a decent enough story, but it's just like I could accept it because I thought they was finna come through with the fire in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the fight scenes were good.
They were hyping it up from the very beginning. Like,
Yeah.
well, what's it called? I'll have to give it a 7 as well. But when referring to the main theme song, I'm gonna give that bitch a 9.
Yeah, the
Like,
theme song was good.
a rock song, like real grungy, I guess.
Not in a regular
7,
time
8.
signature,
Not real
yeah.
grungy.
7,
I wouldn't call it
8,
grungy,
bruh.
but yeah, 7, 8. Like, I really like that song.
Yeah.
But
You gotta have a good drummer.
That
to be
music
able to
in that show in
groove.
general, like I should bump it up to like a 6.5 for the music. The music was good.
yeah, I'll give it a 7 with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6 also. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was decent. I mean, watch it up until before the last episode, and you might not have the same feelings, but yeah, that's whatever. In other anime news,
Yeah. Talking.
Attack on Titan just dropped a trailer on us, but really, actually, they dropped the whole season premiere in a like conclusive movie that's basically all of season 2 in the theater, and we were supposed to go see that, but we didn't. But we saw the trailer.
The movie was going to be about season 2?
Yeah, it was just gonna be a recap movie.
Oh, I thought it was like the first episode.
Yeah.
Or something.
No, it was also the first episode. It was a season 2 movie and the first episode of season 3.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, somebody told me it was pretty good, but yeah, they dropped the trailer on us today though, and man, like that animation.
So that was just the trailer for the for season 3.
Yeah, for season 3. Yeah.
So that shit's gonna look good on TV.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I thought that was movie animation.
No, yeah, that's the season 3 trailer. I was like, oh my god, the whole season finna look like this, like
I'm
from
like Boruto.
I'm like, well, we're not even gonna rush through the day for it, so you know what you're doing. But,
I can honestly say I've always been impressed by Attack on Titan's animation.
yeah,
Like,
but
Jump
really,
Street.
it was always good. But like season 2, they just really like
Yeah.
took that shit up, and then now. Like some of that stuff I seen in that trailer, I was like, y'all can't do this for a whole season, can y'all? Can y'all really? But
This is a
I don't
show
know.
that I really like character development. You
Yeah.
really see that in this show. Like the very end of it, where, you know, oh boy, he does that sound effect. I can't quite reproduce it.
But sound effect.
Like when he's like going towards the screen and yelling.
Oh yeah.
I can't.
Oh, when he said Kenny.
Yeah.
Word. I couldn't reproduce that.
yeah.
It was too deep. Sorry. I can't.
But,
Yeah, it's a good trailer, and it's got me hyped.
yeah, I like the well, my favorite thing about the series is them peeling back the layers of the backstory, because we kind of know a little bit more now in season 2, but we don't know all of it. Like, we don't know what old boy's dad has been up to this whole time.
We don't know nothing about none of that. Like
they were trying to take him to.
Read the manga.
They were trying to take him to the people where his dad most likely is going to be, but they're not explaining anything yet. They're like, "Nah, man, we're gonna take you back to the spot. We're gonna explain everything, and then you're gonna be on our side." And he's like, "Nah, you betrayed us. Nah, I'm just gonna kill you when you let me free."
Then they going into it more in the trailer. It looks like they're talking about fighting humans and so.
And you started to mention something like we didn't read the manga.
Well, I don't. Do you read the manga? No. Okay, none of us read the manga for Attack on Titan. So we don't. And I'm adamant against reading the manga, sort of, because like the animation is just so good that I just want to. I don't think it's gonna ruin my viewing experience, knowing what's gonna happen. But it's just so much cooler, like seeing that for the first time as it is. Like, I don't know. That's just how I want to experience it. So I'm not gonna do it. And
this is
see what happens.
Strange because I kind of do the same thing for movies. Like, if I know that a movie is coming out to a really good book, it's like sometimes I like it because I've read the book first. Like, prime example, Wrinkle in Time, Harry Potter,
honestly,
things like that.
I'd rather read afterwards.
Right, because like when you have read the book, you know more about it than what you'll almost always see. And you can get
disappointed.
Yeah.
A lot easier, too. Like, if they don't do something right. So it's like, I think I'll enjoy it more if I just take it how it is.
If you read it afterward, you find out, so much more about it. You enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah. That's why I'm not doing it for My Hero Academia either. I know everybody telling me the manga, this is great. Yeah, I'm sure. The show is great, too, so I don't expect no different. But, like, the animation's too good. I just want to see that. Like,
my man's learned how to use his feet.
He out here kicking. He out here drop kicking. He out here tap dancing.
Killing the game like Sanji. What's it called? Me, Mike, and Yusuf saw. What's it called? We saw the episode first, and then we saw it with Ant. And after seeing the opening, which they have a new opening, it's all right. It's not better than the previous one.
Honestly, I think I like it the least of all of them. I don't dislike it.
I'm gonna have to wait because I think every song after the first
this last one, I like
immediately.
immediately. I like the season 2 one immediately.
Took me a minute.
Really?
Before I keep my ideals.
But I like that one.
But during the intro, there's a portion where he was doing some certain actions where he was kicking, and I was like, is that what he's going to do now that his arms are completely fucked?
Yeah, because
I didn't even catch that. Like, I was looking at the whole picture. I wasn't even really noticing Deku in the
That's true. Because the first time I watched it, I wasn't paying attention to it in the intro as much as I did the second time. Because then I'm like, oh, they were foreshadowing all of this in the beginning. What else
I seen
did
him
I
do
miss?
the little flying across, like going real fast. I was like, he's done that before, like sort of, then using his legs to propel himself off of shit. So I was like, okay, then there's more of that. But I didn't like notice that he was actually
Yeah, like I was like, okay, this is probably what he's gonna do in this new season, which is season 3. It actually happened in that episode. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we're getting to the point now. Like, he closed that gap real fast.
Yeah, it wasn't even like no training montage. No him having to. This man just
that boy good.
He with the shit.
Yeah. When he came upon that conclusion, all I was thinking about was like, he has got to have a rematch with Muscle, the dude with the muscles.
Oh yeah, and kick him.
Yeah, just like completely
devastated
his ass with his legs, like.
Because my man's not finna improve. Like, he got whooped by
the first time.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
That's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
Killing the game.
He gotta go 100 times harder now because there's legit no All Might. So
yeah, but like, kicking is so disrespectful. I don't ever want to get kicked in the face. Like, I'll be more tolerant of a punch in the face than a kick in the face.
Yeah, like, I don't know. If I'm probably gonna have to shoot. No. But for real, like that's messed up.
We gonna do it? I'm sorry, but
It was
we
in
have to
Chicago.
die.
Came out, ladies and gentlemen.
Like,
No. But yeah, I know that's gonna be lit. So I just can't wait for both of these seasons, just for anime in general. Let's
Like,
it's out the way. The BS is out the way.
it's just so funny. Like the potential of things now are just going to be so much more funnier to just see somebody get kicked in the face.
Yeah, like continually because
Yeah.
they're gonna be extra with it.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I think that's one of the things that anime does that, you know, like reality stuff and everything can't quite portray.
It's
You can't-
You will never be able to animate Sanji kicking the way that he does in the anime. That just makes it look so cool. But
Yeah.
you'll never be able to do that in live action.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cannot.
It would look like somebody hanging from a rope, just kicking, dangling in there. Like, no.
Yeah.
Even the best martial arts movies can't portray it like anime can. You can't.
Yeah, it's still cool. But
Right,
yeah.
it's still cool, but not in the same way. When you look at Ip Man, like a really good martial arts movie, I couldn't imagine that man
realistic.
kicking through boulders.
All anime should just be adapted into like 3D and not live action.
Yeah, like that. I prefer that a whole lot over all these. Oh my god, like they just messing up so many anime, but that's not what this about. Yeah, yeah. I can't wait for these new seasons. Oh, and speaking of not being able to animate stuff like how they do in reality, like the same goes for like comedy too, because like these last couple episodes has been hilarious for reasons that only animation can like really portray. Like Hatsume in this last episode,
That
like,
whole scene was funny.
that whole scene was hilarious, and it's only because like she can just pop up in the screen, and it's like all the focus is on her, like agitating everybody in the room. Like
It's just pure ambition at this point.
yeah,
She's like,
yeah, and that's character, like that's good character development. You just made me care about a character in like 3 minutes.
I already cared about her.
I mean, it's not like
since
we-
the festival. Like,
Yeah, she was already, but like just that much more though. Like it's like
it's
we haven't
more,
seen her do
yeah.
nothing since then. Now she came back and she lit for like 3 minutes. So yeah,
You know, even though there are some things that can't be portrayed as anime per se, there are some things that do look pretty good in live action. One of which, like, we just looked at not too long ago. That Overlord trailer,
yeah.
like, for what it is, it looks interesting. And I haven't been intrigued by something that I know will be a movie in that way for quite some time.
Nazi Zombies, the movie.
Basically, like, it really, like, if you watch through the trailers for those who actually played the games, and I do mean games because the plot goes for pretty long.
Yeah, and it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. But so I really hope it's more than that than this movie. But
Two things that drew me in was black protagonist
yeah,
and what's it called? Simmons from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is in it.
Oh, that was her? That was her.
I mean, not my bad. Fitz, my bad.
Fitz. Oh,
Fitz,
wait.
yeah.
Who was he?
Fitz and
Oh, the
Simmons.
nigga. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
meant in the trailer. Who was he? But I remember him now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Wait, so who's that girl?
I'm obsessed with zombies, like the game. So it's like I don't know. It should have popped out more to me, but like to me, I don't know. It didn't really interest me.
It didn't. Well, no. It interested me because there was more variety in the type of undead things compared to just the traditional zombie.
Yeah,
Like there were a whole bunch of other different types of abominations, like to where you couldn't pin down that this is specifically a zombie movie. Like
Yeah.
At the end of it, they did make an allusion to one that could speak, right?
I don't know. I think that was one of the scientists like talking about repurposing the dead.
True. And with that, it's like, that's something that I haven't seen a zombie movie do like that. When you get a duality kind of thing where there's the zombies and then the people who created them, and it actually be a legitimate plot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you never really do like find out the
Like, why do they exist?
Yeah, why they exist? Like, that's not the point, really. In zombie
Resident
movies.
Evil.
Other than Resident Evil,
And
but,
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Resident Evil, yeah. I mean,
like you don't really see that unless you refer to video games.
No, the movie.
the movie does too, but I mean,
it
like,
gives a reason. It's just a terrible movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I haven't seen this good of a plot as far as that. Besides the games, like at least with Call of Duty, they tell you that Group 935 is
kind of behind everything. And, well, not even really kind of, but like, yeah. They give you the reason. They tell you like where they came from and all that. But that's the game. So it's like did Zombieland do it?
no,
The first Zombieland?
no. It didn't tell
I
why.
have to say the first Zombieland because there's a second Zombieland coming out. But,
Y'all niggas in these transitions. Y'all
but yeah, no. But back to that. Did they ever give a reason? I don't think they did. Right? It was just like a gag movie.
Dead now.
Yeah.
Waking up. That boy sleep. That boy.
Zombieland was actually the first movie that got me kind of into zombie movies. Like, I saw that before I saw any of the Resident Evils because I didn't see those until like really late afterwards.
Oh man.
Yeah, all I remember is like my family watching them because they like to sit around and watch scary movies and just roast them. Like nothing is scary to them, so I would like be watching it, but I wasn't taking it seriously because all the commentary and but yeah.
So wait. So you hadn't seen Dawn of the Dead?
I hadn't seen it before Zombieland. I saw it afterwards because I went on like a zombie movie craze afterwards. When did that come out? Like 2009 or
What, Dawn of the Dead?
no, Zombieland.
Oh.
Oh no, it was after that. It was like I don't know. I just remember it was during high school.
Probably 08, 09.
Yeah, it was during high school, and it was like right around.
Yeah, it came out in 09.
Yeah, it was like right around the time where I had like got hooked on Call of Duty zombies. And, like me and my cousin had just went on like a zombie craze, like for everything. Like I had seen zombie movies before that, but I hadn't just paid attention to them because I don't know, like I just wasn't watching, like I didn't care. And then afterwards, I don't know, I got kind of obsessed with them.
I'll still defend the honor of Resident Evil 1. Like, I like that.
Out of all of them.
Dawn of the Dead came out.
Like Resident Evil 1, just specifically, not the Resident Evil franchise.
Yeah.
True.
Resident Evil 1 went in a good direction and then...
Yeah. It's like I thought Alice, whoever the hell she's supposed to be, it was interesting.
Mila Jovovich.
But it's like it didn't deter super far away from the main plot, like just enough to make it interesting. Resident Evil 2 kind of a bit of the same. They involved more from the game in it, and then it started to become something else.
Yeah. But, what's it called?
Zombieland 2?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Zombieland 2, but, not a but. But Zombieland 2 is getting all the cast back. Abigail Breslin, Emma Stone, Woody Harrelson, and
Michael Cera.
no. Niggas confuse them all the time.
Oh yeah, well, that's the thing.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
They basically the same person.
Sorry.
One could just kind of play a villain.
Oh,
Like
man,
sometimes.
I'm an
If he makes a
awkward,
real crazy face.
I'm an awkward Caucasian man.
I don't age.
It also has Abigail Breslin in it, old girl.
I enjoy Zombieland 1, so I'm kind of hyped for this. Like, it's starting my whole craze.
So I think it's supposed to be 10. Oh yeah, it's about to be the 10-year anniversary since the movie came out.
Yeah.
That's why they were getting all the hype up about shooting it again.
Okay. So have they started shooting, or like it's just like?
I think they're just getting all the actors to commit now and putting it out that it's coming out.
I don't think I've seen the first one.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I saw the beginning. Yeah, because I remember him like running in the circle and the keys and but I haven't seen the whole movie.
You know what's crazy? Sony and Amazon had plans to make a show out of Zombieland, and neither one of them fleshed it out.
I don't know how that could be a show though.
Like, because imagine you think of all the rules that old buddy had.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a funnier version of Walking Dead. But Walking Dead itself is funny at this point.
Yeah.
If they arranged it like Ned's Survival Guide.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Especially since you got the squad now. Like, you know they are traveling the world together.
It could
Each
work.
episode would probably be like around like one type of thing
One rule.
for like the first season because they can't keep it going.
Yeah.
They can't keep that going after the first season.
Yeah.
But then it drop off after that. Like all other zombie shows.
Yeah.
We don't need zombie shows no more, guys.
Like zombie movies are fine.
Yeah.
Zombie shows is like.
It's
I mean, it's supposed to be around the characters and stuff.
It's only
and
so
around
many
people.
times that that zombie slipped through the barrier, guys. Oh shit! Now there's chaos, guys.
Yep.
After a certain point, it's gonna be like one dude by himself forever because he's sworn off people because people are terrible.
Alright, but
I don't know.
It's only for so many other ways you can spin zombie apocalypse. Like, it's either the zombies suck, the people who are left suck, the situation sucks.
no, that's every zombie everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You only have 3 options.
That's not even options. Like all of that is present in every zombie everything. Like, yeah, but I'm still hyped for Zombieland too, though. And I want to see that.
It's like, and that's because Zombieland was one of the few things, the first one, that did it successfully.
Yeah, I'll only buy like comedy though. Like
Yeah.
it was meant to be funny, so like all of the regular tropes could be.
Besides Shaun of the Dead, it's the I consider it the second funniest, but because
True.
Shaun of the Dead because Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's what
I'd like to see another mix of comedy and zombies. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Um.
one that doesn't go as far as, what was the Wayne's zombie movie?
Wayne's had a zombie movie.
I can't remember now.
I don't know what you're talking about. Only Wayne's.
Matter of fact, I don't even
It's
think
like
they
scary
did one.
movie and that other one that they did.
The,
Haunted House.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad the Wayans brothers have not done a zombie movie.
Yeah.
Because that is taking the comedy part too far.
Comedy.
It's just that their type of comedy is
Yeah.
not the best.
It's like, it's something that worked when they first did it, and it hasn't
Yeah.
worked as well since they played it out.
You got to depend on multiple actors to be funny.
Yeah.
You can't just depend on Marlon by himself.
But
That's how all Wayne's movies have been. Like, it's an interesting style of comedy, but they always do it to the point where it's laughable, where they get a cast together. And it's funny because of the cast.
I wouldn't say that about all Marlon. I mean, all Wayans movies, but some of them have that
yeah.
because, like, all Wayans movies would encompass their whole entire collective as a whole with
Yeah.
both Michael. Wait, no,
Marlon and
who's the oldest?
Keenan Ivory.
Keenan Ivory. My bad. Yeah, Keenan Ivory and Dwayne stuff.
You know what I think it
Oh,
is?
Damon. Dwayne's one of them, but he's the. Nah, let me not.
I think Sean and Marlon haven't ascended yet because they haven't cut their hair. Like,
You
if
gotta
you
shave it clean.
Because Keenan Ivory shit, all his shit funny. And he, bro.
I didn't know that, but
He,
don't really care.
but Keenan Ivory shit is funny. Dwayne shit funny. Not saying that Sean and Marlon's isn't, but they, with their stuff like their show, in my opinion, is better than their movies. Solely because they were younger when they did it.
They have hit and misses.
Yeah, in general. But that was a long tangent.
Speaking of good black movies,
Yeah.
Mm.
Final Event. We saw Sorry to Bother You,
and
you got some feelings about it.
First movie, what I've come to find is if you're trying to see a movie and truly enjoy it, go watch it on a Sunday.
Apparently, or I don't know. I hope it was because we watched it on a Sunday because there was nobody in this thing.
Before you go and see this movie, coming from the director himself, let me describe to you what the genre of this movie is. We're going to have a pre-spoiler and a post-spoiler. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sorry to Bother You is an absurdist, dark comedy with magical realism and science fiction.
Yeah, that is a perfect description.
Be aware of that before you go into this movie.
Yeah, because if you go off the trailer, you will be surprised.
Because things get dark, things get absurd, things get magic.
That shit is wild.
Things get science.
Like, it just takes this sharp left turn.
But it's great. Like, I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's directed by a black dude and led by a black dude and all kinds of stuff. So I liked it.
Yeah, like...
Well, in addition to me liking it. I mean, not like it because of that, but it's extra brownie points.
Yeah.
The plot of this movie is one of those things where you think you're going down one street, then you see this detour coming, so you take this sharp left turn and take the next available right, but then you never find yourself on that same street ever again.
You know, like, it's like you driving up a street and, like, the street just falls, like through you, your car falls down through the street into an underground tunnel, and you're just like, well, how the fuck did I get here?
It turns into a Hot Wheels track. And you go, boom, smooth. It's like, oh.
When you come out on the other side, you're in...
And then you pass through this
Shark
cloud.
Boy and Lava Girl dimension.
And you pass through this cloud, and next thing you know, you're a horse.
Like, do y'all want to like give like okay?
Whoa, that was a spoiler, guys.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good analogy.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into the spoiler.
Well,
part.
spoilers.
I mean, you don't know.
It didn't have to be a spoiler.
Now you said after.
But is that a spoiler?
He said
I
after.
mean, but you can still miss
But
it.
the movie is so
You
crazy.
can't miss it at this point.
The movie's so crazy that wouldn't make sense unless...
Yeah, unless you know the plot. I feel like.
But you said.
Yeah, no, I know.
But you only understand.
It's a spoiler for the people who caught it.
No, but it means it's in the movie.
If you haven't
Good point.
seen this movie yet, you won't fully understand what it is that I'm saying right now.
It's a spoiler.
after
We already
you see-
spoiled it, guys.
Yeah, we're in the spoilers.
It's spoilers now.
But
We'll
after
put it,
you've
we'll put
seen
it
the
aside
movie,
right before I say that. Whatever.
Unless
Yeah.
we blank out his voice when he says it. Might as well
y'all
just
boys
do
gonna
that.
edit me.
I mean, then
And the whole funny argument part, we can keep that.
I might as well not edit
We
it.
might as well just blank it at that point.
Golly.
Yeah, y'all want to give a brief synopsis?
Well, let's stick on the non-spoiler real quick before we go to spoilers.
Alright.
Since we're
It had a great cast.
good
Yeah,
cast.
Like,
Keith,
yeah, he's good in everything. Like he's
Yeah.
just underrated.
guy with existential dread, trying to make money
Yeah.
like we all are.
Tessa and her earrings.
Like bad rebellious chick with a heart of gold and I wouldn't say heart of gold, but is loyal. But
Until
You put
is loyal. She's a loyal woman.
Yeah.
But
She's down for the cause.
she has morals, and I mean, yeah, she stands for something.
She
She
stands
stands for
for
something.
code.
She stands for a lot.
Mm.
And who else?
You had Omari Hardwick with mutton chops and one eye.
Yeah. He was a good supporting character, I guess. Well, after a certain point, I think they stopped using him, but he was a good support for a while. Oh, that dude. My bad. I was thinking about the support dude. My bad.
You talking about Jermaine Fowler?
That dude. Yeah. Shouts out to that dude, I guess.
Because he did well.
Yeah.
He did well.
But they stopped using that dude too after some point.
Yeah.
what's it called? Who else? Oh, Steven Yeun from The Walking Dead
Oh yeah.
fame.
Mm-hmm.
He was good.
Was it Army Hammer?
Yeah.
Armie Hammer. That dude, he played a snooty white man. Well, I guess.
I didn't know he was in The Social Network and The Man from U.N.C.L.E. If y'all seen any of those movies.
Did not watch either of those movies.
I watched The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I heard about The Social Network.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it. I didn't see that movie.
Mm.
But Danny Glover got a credit in the movie, even though he was only there to be the wise old black nigga that knows what's up from the jump. But
He stayed in the movie. I
mean,
surprised.
yeah.
I was surprised by that. Like, I thought they were going to use it for that one scene. He disappeared.
Yeah.
I got my check. But as soon as I got my check, I was gone.
Side note, I kind of really want one of those I got the shit kicked out of me shirts. Because he had one, and they have them on sale on the site. Their site is interesting.
What y'all think about the plot?
It didn't go where I expected. I like that because
Yeah.
what I had seen, where I thought it was going was kind of generic,
Yeah.
and so it wasn't.
In all the trailers, they just primarily showed that Lakeith's character, Cassius, is broke and he needs a job, so he gets the job at the telemarketing, and then they hear about the power callers, and then he gets the white voice. And
yeah,
it's
like we thought it was just gonna be about that.
climb up
so-
the corporate ladder type thing.
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
becomes a lot deeper than that. And yeah, it's good because of that.
Okay, we'll get better at this. Spoiler section.
I don't know why y'all wanted a non-spoiler. But anyway, the movie was good. Go see it. Support black people. We're spoiling shit now.
Yes.
Word. Now I can talk on it.
Nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit.
I had to stop because when you said about to start talking about the shirts, I was about to go into how I want the nigga shit shirt. I was like, nope, don't do it. Just wait. That was hilarious.
But yeah, niggas was turning people into whole ass horses.
Yeah. Now you know how I spoiled it. Yeah. Now I did not see that going there at all from the trailer.
Yeah, like they showed him going into what he thought was the bathroom, and they showed the dude in the stall, and I was like, wow, that guy's head is like way
Really
over
high
the
up.
stall.
Yeah.
Is this about to be some dead guy or like some zombie or something? And he opened the door, and it was a horseman, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, this movie went super left, like super duper left at that point.
To that point, we didn't know of any magical elements. Period. Like in
Yeah,
this movie.
Right.
niggas was just doing coke and fucking a lot of wealthy white women.
Yeah, like what? that was the only thing I could say. Like I was what?
I was like, bruh, this was absurd up until this point. It got super absurd. Like, I didn't know that we were going into super absurd territory.
I think that's the beauty of the plot itself, is like it makes you redefine what is absurd. Because it's like everything that happened before that point is plausible. Like, extreme, but I could envision it possibly happening.
I mean, it's extreme only in that a black dude could never actually sound that white. Like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't, everything was real plausible but up until then.
I just call it regular absurd.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to say that because, like, I mean, you could, people who can, like, change their voices to, I don't know about that much, but.
I think Seal could pull it off.
Yeah, I say regular absurd because of the voices, the show.
Yeah,
the beat the shit out of me show,
yeah.
and what else? What else was before that? Why was everybody so unemployed? Because of the
Slave labor
yeah,
place.
the slave
We
labor
work.
place.
No, not we work.
The
That's a
worry
real thing.
free.
Worry free.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
No, we work's a real place, and I think there's some controversy going on.
Oh shit.
Really?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't.
Oh,
quote me.
shoot.
Yeah, Boots Riley, the director, apparently, and creator of the script, wrote this in 2012, apparently.
This is the type of movie I could see taking that long to get backing and stuff, if that's what the hold up was.
Yeah.
Because, like, how do you pitch this? Like, I mean, he pitched it good, but like, that's only because we've seen it, and like we know, like that's a perfect description of his movie. But like, just saying that without any visual, anything to go off of, is like, what do you mean by this? Like, it makes sense what you're talking about, but I can't see it. Like,
I think he would have lost most people at the. And he opens the stall, and a horse person falls out.
Yeah. I don't know, but it turned out good.
Yeah, literally turning people into workhorses.
Yeah, niggas not believing it,
and the end of the movie where his nostrils actually become horse like, that was so terrifying to me. That was terrifying.
It looked weird. I wouldn't say terrifying, but like,
yeah, terrified me.
It didn't bother me, but the concept is terrifying.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it.
I thought that he was going to end up turning into a horse later.
I had forgotten about it only because of how the scene went.
I didn't understand the time period, the progression of time at the end of the movie, so I didn't know.
I didn't know how long it was going to take in order to turn into a horse. So like after he got all the stuff checked out, and it's like, no, it was just regular cocaine, and it was like, okay.
But like, when after that, I was like, it's probably not.
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen when you least expect it. But when it got to the end, I had forgotten about it.
What did y'all think about the art gallery
scene
exhibition? Yeah.
Like her trying to talk to him through her art or something.
Was that her talking to him through the art?
I don't. I think that's what she was trying to do. It's just, I don't know. I wasn't sympathizing with her, kind of.
I just was. Other than the point where he was like, "Why are you doing this?" And it's like, "You gotta stick to the script, right?" And I was like, "Oh," but other than that, I was like, "Why is she doing this?"
Well, I mean, there is art like performance art that's like that.
I know there's performance art that's like that, but what was she trying to get across by doing that? I didn't know.
I thought it was directed towards him, kind of.
Yeah, I didn't get that until he was like, "Why are you doing that?" Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Overall, an interesting movie. Like a good movie, but interesting is the word I would use to describe it before good. Like, because it's definitely probably like a taste thing. Like, not everybody is going to see this movie and be like, that was just great. Like, some people are going to be like, what just happened? Like, so, yeah, I thought it was good. But
there's a lot of messages in there.
I
don't know. There's a lot of shit, and I would not be able to speak on all of the stuff. But there's a lot of allegories.
We'll let our YouTube brethren analyze and break down that movie.
We're not here for all that. But it was a good movie.
I just give my superficial thoughts, and I will give the movie a 8.5 out of 10.
I think I'm gonna give it an 8. Yeah, like only because, like, usually it doesn't matter how tired I am, I won't fall asleep in the movie that I paid for. But I dozed off a couple times, like during the beginning before it got to all the watching.
True. Yeah, I give it an 8.5.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, solid. Okay, 8.25. Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
It was straight. Go see it.
Yeah. Support.
Yeah, do that. And as this movie will let you know when you go and see it.
You know what's crazy? As we rate movies, like, what's the average that a movie is as of lately? Like, the movies we've gone to go see, what's the average?
I don't think we've really gone to see anything bad lately. Like,
we only went to go see things that we were hyped up about.
Yeah, I mean, because like, if I'm not, probably I'd go spend money. But I don't know. I guess it's on par with the rest of most of everything we've seen lately. Yeah, at least in the last couple months. I don't know about like the Black Panther Infinity War time period. Some good movies coming out then, but recently, at least like Solo and I don't know, whatever else came out in the last couple months.
We don't go to see whack stuff.
We don't dance no more. All we do is... Yeah, y'all boys go see that movie. Tell us in the comments, I don't know, other black things that are coming out that y'all are excited for. I don't know, what else are we making out there right now?
Say what?
And what else is black people making? I don't know.
Superfly.
They making Culture the baby.
Oh yeah, they did that.
Oh.
Black people made Culture.
Shouts out to them.
Shouts out to Cardi B and them. Be great parents. Yeah. And that's the movie. We'll let you know when you go see it. Remember.
Yeah.
Remember.
I was thinking about something.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you were on to it before. In the movie, before nigga shit happened, they were trying to make that nigga shuck and jive.
Yeah.
And you better remember not to shuck and jive.
Don't shuck and jive. They kind of did make him shuck. Don't
He
shuck.
shucked and
Definitely
jived,
shucked.
which led to a bunch of white people yelling nigga shit.
Yeah, it's just the fact that I kind of liked it because it was so absurd.
Yeah.
But other than that, don't shuck it. Oh.
Episodes.
What we talking about?
Don't shuck and drive.
Don't shuck and jive.
Don't do it.